What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Angler's Prescription. Joining with these two ragtag bunches of people here. Shane, how you doing, bud?
I'm good. How's everybody? How are you doing?
I'm doing well, man.
That's good. Yeah.
Johnny?
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing, buddy?
Good morning. Doing better.
Good.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I guess catching some big old hogs would make you feel better, huh?
Yeah. Who's that guy next to you? Looks like he's got half of what he was.
I don't know. It's the beardless Santa.
Hey, man. 70 pounds gone. 70 pounds.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Just had my blood test done yesterday, and everything came back pretty amazing. So
Nice.
Awesome.
pretty excited about that.
So you still on the carnivore diet?
Yeah. So I'm eating, one meal a day still, and I feel great. Fits me perfect, and allows me to have more time to do whatever I need to do during the day. I don't have to worry about eating all the time.
Have you introduced any greens in you yet?
No.
Huh?
Nope. And all of my cholesterol levels are sitting great, and my A1C, which is where I was pre-diabetic, was at a 6.0, and I'm down to a 5.7. So
Awesome.
more time doing this. It's just going to take. It's just like anything. It's just going to take time, but I should hopefully be able to reverse that much better. So
Yeah, good for you, man.
yeah.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, more importantly, I keep saying it every time. It's just, I feel amazing, and the amount of energy I have throughout the day is crazy. So I'm just going to keep rolling with it.
You look amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
On top of Shane looking slim Shaney.
Mm-hmm.
We are a couple things, guys. We have the Hurricane Relief Tournament going on right now. So if you guys want to join in on that, it's $35 entry fee. All proceeds minus Tourney X fees go to
Samaritan's Purse and American Red Cross.
American Red Cross, yep. To go help those that were affected by the hurricane. And there's lots of them. So if you guys are fishing, we're all fishing. TOCs are here. Throw a second identifier on there and help those that have lost everything.
It's a great way to just give back, and thoughts and prayers to everyone in Florida right now who's about ready to get hammered again.
Yeah.
I haven't seen, but I know they were saying Category 5, and then it got de-escalated. So, but I haven't seen anything all day, so I don't know.
Another Category 5 again.
Oh boy!
This afternoon, I think that one's actually heading towards a buddy of mine that lives down there. So
they're talking 15-foot swell.
Yep.
If that happens, main airport out in Florida is going to be underwater.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not going to be good. So that's our way we can help from out here out west. So make sure you guys jump in and do that. Demo sales. There's some Hobies and Old Towns left up at Headwaters on the demo sales. So if you guys are looking and you want a screaming deal on a slightly used kayak that's a demo, give Brian a call up at Redding or Steve-O and Harley down here at the Rancho store. Don't forget the Rancho store is off of Folsom Boulevard, pretty much close, right off like Sunrise and 50. Super easy to get to. Yeah, reach out to Bray. He can hook you up with a deal. Other than that, hooksforlife.com, hook44, all capitals, save you 10%, free shipping over 50. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it quick, probably quicker than Tackle Warehouse. Last order I did took me forever to get from them. So if you guys want your tackle soon, go to the website.
I have a shameless plug. If anyone's looking for a brand spanking new canoe unlimited, please hit me up. I will give you a great deal. It has never hit the water, hasn't even been touched, and I need to get rid of it. So got new things up and coming. And if you guys are looking for a new Canoe Unlimited, hit me up.
Enough of that. You guys are all here to not look at our ugly mugs, but you're here from some of these guys that were smashing our Lake Berryessa a couple weekends ago. And going to bring in this guy. Everybody knows him. Matt, what's up, buddy?
What's going on?
How you doing, bud?
Doing fantastic.
What's up, Matthew?
What's going on, John? Good to see
How's
you.
Cato?
We'll see
Good to see you, bro.
on Monday.
Yep. So Matt finished third at the
Bass Angler Magazine TOC.
so yeah. And Reed, a new face on the show. Reed, how you doing, bud?
Doing great. How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Good, Reed.
Congratulations on your second place finish.
Yeah, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And then
you
our
giving
new co-host,
yours?
because he's on here every week, is Joey. What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Congrats on the win. What was that?
Appreciate it.
3 in a row now?
2 in a row
Yeah.
and 1 second place.
What was second place?
Pretty good.
Tulip.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Look, I forgot we had Pua on that one.
Yeah.
That's right. This dude, man, like, are you the new Damien Tao in the kayak scene? He's been out fishing.
I'm having a good year. That's all.
He's
how it
out
goes.
fishing all over the country and the world, and you're out here just wrecking it.
It makes me. I mean, when I don't see Damien line up across me at launch, I know I got a shot. So
He's got a little giggle, little smile going.
yeah. I felt better when I heard he was going to be back east for sure.
We all felt a little bit better. We had no Damien and no John, but then there's Joey, Mr.
Scoper.
Consistent.
Mr. Consistent.
Oh man, I know. So all three of y'all caught fish in a completely different.
He's on here every week.
Yeah, I know. Matt, let's start with you, Matt. So you pre-fished a little bit, right?
Yep, I had 2 days of pre-fish. The 2 weekends prior, I spent 1 day each weekend up there. The first weekend, I tried to do my power fishing thing and found out real quick that was not going to work on Berryessa. I only caught 1 fish that first day, and it was about 6 inches long. So the weekend before the tournament, I went back and brought 4 spinning rods with me and put the live scope to use.
Wait. How many did you borrow from Amanda?
What?
I borrowed 2 for the life. I called her, and she's like, "Really?"
I could say he had 4 spinning rods in his truck on the weekend. Because I was talking to him after day 1 and 2. He had them stacked in there.
Yep. I mean, I found some stuff I could do with the bait caster, but I mean, the spinning reels were obviously the go-to.
Were you holding them upside down too, reeling them this way?
Absolutely. Heck yeah.
See, that's with Matt. He's always fishing with a spinning reel, but the moment you come around the corner, dude, he already knows. Like, it's down.
Or like Pua, just throw it overboard.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What are you doing with that square bill? And 80 feet of water? Oh, don't worry about it.
3/4 ounce weight.
Like I said, I had a couple techniques that I was using the bait caster for, and they worked.
Yeah.
So
you found, so first day was a bust. Second day you practiced, you found some fish.
Yep. I went to Oak Shores, to the flats off Oak Shores. Fish were schooled up. I smashed them. I had 93 or 94 inches that Saturday, and did it pretty quick. Found schools anywhere from 20 fish to 100 fish in the groups. They were readily feeding. I mean, you could watch them chasing shad, on the live scope, and it was crazy because in practice, I really smashed them on a blade bait, a mega bass blade bait, and then in the tournament, day 1 it worked, day 2 it did not work. So I had a rotation of baits that I had to go through on each school. Once you got the school to fire, they were pretty easy to get. And then as they would shut down and not be interested in one bait, I'd just pick up another rod. And I was going through some of my footage today, editing some of that footage, and it's pretty crazy. I didn't realize how much I was doing. It was like 1 cast, put the rod down, next rod, 1 cast, put it down until I found what the fish would react to. So
Nice.
Yeah.
You got 2 pretty consistent days out there. Same
Yeah.
spot both days.
Same spot both days. I had an 89 and I think 89 and a half. I was a quarter inch behind Joey on the first day, and then 90 and 3/4, I think, on day 2.
Yeah.
So lots of fish. I mean, I probably caught 15 or 18 fish on day 1, and on day 2, 15 or 18 bass. I caught a lot of other trash fish. Day 2, I think I had 13 fish.
So let's talk about day 2. You start getting a little pucker factor a little later in the day.
I did. I knew my fish were late to bite, but in
So
practice,
we launched 6:40 and fished till 3. Lines out 3, off the water by 3:30. And where Matt ran, he had every bit of a half hour.
Yep.
Right, maybe
I
plus
quit
to
fishing
get there.
I quit fishing at 2:50 to make it back by 3:30.
Yeah.
And I was running wide open with the Torpedo at a little over 6 mile an hour.
Yeah. So just put everything in perspective. So what was it 1:30? You said on Sunday you had how many fish?
I had 3 fish in the boat.
3 fish.
I didn't catch the first one until I think 10 o'clock. So, but then the last half hour of that event, I caught I think 9 fish in a half hour.
Dang.
So, yeah, it's pretty much back-to-back casts once they turned on.
Yeah.
And the second day, so the first day I bounced around and worked different schools that were on those flats. On day 2, I did not have as many schools up there, and I found one that had gone all the way up into one of the little troughs that where it stayed 40 foot deep, and I caught almost all my fish out of that school, and it was literally as quick as I could get a cast in there. They were eating, and you could see it on the live scope. I mean, you throw a bait out, and as it sank, you watched all those fish come up off the bottom to meet it as it dropped. And I just stayed as far back as I could. So I had my live scope set to 120 feet to where I could see the bait dropping at 100. And I tried to stay 100 feet away because it seemed like the closer I got to the fish, the more they would turn off. So even though they were 40 foot down.
Yeah. Reed.
Yeah.
On
So
day
you're
1, day 2,
fairly
you see
new
the
to
same
the-
stuff.
To the scene. Hold on, John. We'll come back. We'll come back to Matt. Give us some background, Reed. We haven't had you on the show before. I don't know if many guys actually recognize you or know you too well, or.
No, yeah, brand new to the kayak scene. I grew up in Marin County. Kind of grew up fishing for everything, saltwater and freshwater. And then kind of when I got my driving license was when I kind of started bass fishing more. I could go up to the lakes and fish on my own. And then I went to college at University of Oregon, and they had a bass team up there. And that's really where I kind of started getting crazy about bass fishing. Started doing tournaments. They had the FLW college fishing going on then. The National Guard was pumping in a ton of money. You know, for these, just the regular tournaments, we were winning 10 grand for first place. I think it was all the way down to like 3 or 4 grand for 5th place. And then the regionals were like 50 grand, and the nationals was like 100 grand. It was crazy. I was lucky enough to qualify for the nationals. I think my sophomore year, my first year of the FLW fishing. And then, I don't know, just kept after it after that. Fished the pro-ams out of college, FLW, won bass. And, you know, I fish as a co-angler, and it wasn't really my favorite thing in the world. I learned a ton of fish finding a lot of really great guys. Cody Meyer, Greg Gutierrez, Bud Tosh, Roy Hawk, you know, learned a ton of stuff as a co-angler. And everyone was super nice, but got kind of burnt out on the co-angler thing and kind of stopped fishing tournaments for a while. And started focusing on swim baits eventually. And now I found kayak fishing and trying out the tournament thing again, and it's been going fun.
Yeah. So this is your first kayak that you got right now?
So I actually bought a Hobie Lynx. Well, actually, no. I bought a Old Town 120 first, and I have to like keep it in my backyard, and it's a super pain in the ass to carry it from my driveway all the way out back. And so I ended up buying a Hobie Lynx because it was a lot lighter at 40 pounds. But I couldn't go as fast as I wanted on that. Couldn't really get a big enough motor. Just had too much gear. So now I've gone back to the Old Town. So I still have both of them, but yeah, fishing out of the Old Town right now.
Dude, that Old Town with a 300 on it is quick. Like
He blew past me.
And I'm like, how is that Old Town going so fast? I'm like, I thought he only had a 180 in it. I was like, there's no way. You're not even pedaling. You're just sitting back, chilling. I'm like, there goes Reed. I was like, and I finally talked to you. I forgot. I think I was on Saturday.
Yeah.
So what motor do you have? Oh, it's a 300. I was like, God dang, dude, that thing takes off.
Yeah, I think my DIY foot steering broke like immediately after that too. I had to pull over. And then you
Was
guys,
that on?
like,
Was
went
that
way
on?
past me.
Was that day 2? Because I think you blew past me and you said something about your steering's not working
I
or
think that was
something.
day 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like on the fritz day 1. I thought I had fixed it, and then morning of day 2. Yeah, immediately first thing I had to like bring it back
I
up.
thought you were just fishing that close to the ramp. I was like, oh,
No.
He must have found some juice right here. Nice.
No, I would.
That's funny. So you did something a little different, right? Matt was out 40 feet chasing schooling fish with a wide variety of baits. Talk about what you did, Reed.
Yeah, it wasn't too much different. A lot of the fish that I was finding in practice was 35, 40 feet as well. The main thing I was throwing though was this tube jig, and kind of fishing it like a reaction bait, ripping it pretty fast. And that was kind of getting the bigger bites for me. I was catching a lot of 20-inch fish during practice with that. And
Go ahead and show that bait again, Reed.
Yeah, sorry, I can't really see the screen on my phone.
Yeah. Okay. So
It's a
Interesting.
little different. It doesn't have a skirt, so when you jerk it up or reel it up fast and let it sink, it kind of
Flutters
looks
down.
like a minnow dying as it goes to the bottom. And for some reason, I was kind of culling out the smaller fish because obviously there was fish everywhere. There was big schools, but kind of culling out some of the smaller fish was kind of one of the things that I was trying to key in on.
Yeah. And then so day 2, something pretty spectacular happened. Talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, I had a rough morning. I had a fish in the net and I lost it. Had another fish hooked up that felt really good and just kind of popped off. Never saw it. Was kind of feeling pretty distraught. And then I don't know what it was, 10:30, 11. I had moved down a little bit from where I was fishing and started looking up a little bit shallower because I had found a few good fish up shallower in practice. And sure enough, I saw a big mark on my live scope and threw a Sakamata shad over it, and it bit. And yeah, it ended up being a DD, 25 3/4 inches. And yeah, I mean, emotionally, that really turned my day around. And then also lengthwise, yeah, that helped a ton, obviously.
Man, I got
really a blessing. Say it again.
Was that your PB?
That is actually my PB by weight. Yeah, I've
Nice.
caught fish that were actually quite a bit longer, but weight wise, yeah, that's actually my PB.
Nice. Congrats.
Man, I got a little bit of a story about that. So day 1, I caught a 20-inch, and all day, I didn't even look at score at the leaderboard or whatever. And I get back in, and I'm like, oh man, I have big fish of the day. Well, Reed uploaded a 20 and a half at some point, and I didn't see it. And I was like, man. So I went over and I said, hey, Reed, I said, hey, congratulations, man. You got me on the big fish for today. And he's like, yeah, I'm going out tomorrow. I'll catch a bigger one. I was like, okay, like that's the kind of cockiness I need, like for sure, man. And sure enough, what did he do? He went out and he freaking did it, dude. Like
that's confidence right there.
Well, that's what I meant, confidence. Yeah.
Look at what he's doing on a month long, dude. Like
I know.
It's like there's Reed. I'm like, Jesus, this guy got a stock pond somewhere in his backyard.
It's already 1 inch away from 100.
Yeah.
Well, fun fact, right there, right in that same area where you caught your double digit, there was a 12 caught this past weekend.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, I've been wanting to get back out there and check it out for sure.
It would have been back towards the lawn, just a hair from where you were.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get back out there, no doubt.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anything else you want to add to it, Reed? We'll come back to you.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know.
Here's the man of the hour, our new co-host, Joseph Silva.
What's up,
Welcome,
guys?
You don't know that yet, but, you might as well just plaster your face all over our Instagram page and everything, you know.
I'm happy to be back, but I got some family in the chat. Those are my aunts, my tia Liv and my aunt Sally. What's up, guys?
Hello, Joey's aunts. That's cool, man. I see all your family out there and everything.
Yeah,
So-
it's a tight knit group.
That is.
Yeah.
Like
If you guys don't know, Joseph Silva won the BAM Kayak TOC 2 weekends ago. And then he decided to throw his hat in the ring for the Gambler Series TOC last weekend. And
At Lake Berryessa.
absolutely- No, Maloney's.
I mean, Maloney's not Berryessa.
Absolutely smashed the field. I mean, from what I saw, the fishing looked terribly tough. And then there's Joey with 100 and
I think it was 177.
Yeah, whatever it was, 80 something a day.
Yeah.
So let's get into the BAM. We're talking about BAM for now. We'll jump back into the Gambler one here towards the end. But you got a few days of pre-fish?
I had
that
one.
area?
Yeah, I went up last Friday we were able to. And the only person I saw out there was actually Jesse. So it was really good that day. Practice was exactly what I thought Berryessa would be. It was like bass chasing bait. They weren't that deep. It was like 20 to 40, so you didn't have to wait too long to get down to them. I think within the first 40 minutes I had a 21, so I'm like, okay, like I can do this. Let me find some areas where let me just get a lay of the land. So I just spent time looking at islands and some flats. But
Was it all
the fishing was good.
Sakamoto shad in practice?
I believe so. I don't
Okay.
remember. It probably was. It's my go-to.
So tournament day, I know I talked to you after day one. Asked you how many packs of Sakamoto shads you went through. How many packs of Sakamoto shads did you go through at Berryessa tournaments at the time?
I think I went through 5 packs. So that's it's like $70 worth of, like $12 a pack. Yeah, they were chewing it.
Nice. And did you get them on anything else out there?
I got them. I actually got like half my fish on a flutter spoon, like
There you
a
go.
Lake
That's what I'm
Ford.
fishing for.
Yeah, 5 1/4 silver flutter spoon, and I think it was mainly flutter spoon, but they were deep, man. It was like I learned that weekend on the fly how to fish that flutter spoon because they were in 55 to 40 for me, and it took forever to get that spoon down there, and they were roaming chasing bait, so I had to lead them. Like if they were at 40, they were at 90 to 100 by the time that spoon got to them. And I had to like make that cast where I thought they would be and hope they didn't turn. And they turned most of the time and it didn't get to them.
You want to know a little
So-
secret?
What's
let
that?
Let it fall on a little bit more of a tight line. It'll fall faster.
Raise your rod tip up.
I was looking at
keep
YouTube
your
videos after
thumb-
the fact. Yeah.
Keep your thumb
like
on
a
the
pop.
spool. Keep your thumb on the spool a little bit. Let the line get tight. And once it gets tight, that thing will sink like a rock.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to learn that.
Yep. So I had a bunch of them on the flutter, dude. They'd be falling and they'd come up to that thing hot, and they just like right when they got to it, they just stopped and stare at it.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I did was like I'd pop it right when they got to it, and then I just
Yep.
pop it again twice and just had them chase it and grab it.
Dude, I would do that, and they would like the ones wanted it, they wanted it, and a lot of them just you rip it a couple times, they just look at it, and then they just kind of fall it all back to the boat.
Yeah, but I didn't find my fish like any like big fish. Like it felt like junk fishing for a while there. Like I get one here and there. But on day 2, I made a decision to cross the lake, and I found a flat, and it had just like 19s, 20s. I think I had a 21 in there too, and they were just all right there in deep water. And I spent like 4 or 5 hours spooning them the second half of the day spooning, and that's where I got my bigs.
I wish I could have found a school that would have stayed on the bait all day long. I tell you what, by 8:15, that bait was gone. Those fish were gone. Both
Yeah.
hands down.
Yep.
It was like 8:15 on the dot. It was the ghost town.
Yeah.
Well, I had an area and it shut off at 11 both days.
Yeah.
And I was convinced the whole lake shut off at 11 o'clock. So when I stumbled upon that area at like, 11:30 or whatever, I was so happy because I thought I was done.
Did you end up calling a bunch out of that second school?
All of them
Okay.
came out of, they all cold. Yeah. Cause my biggest was like an 18.5 out of from 11 a.m. prior, and then after that, I believe they're all 19s to 21.
Nice. So yeah, dude, Joey's throwing new techniques. It's not just a Sakamoto Shad mid stroller now. Wait! Oh my God, we'll get into that, but wait till you hear how you caught him last weekend. That's pretty awesome. If you want to get into it, I won't spill your juice. But so one question for you, Joey. So last year you had a okay year, right? Fishing tournaments.
Yeah, I think my highest placing last year was like 6th or 8th.
So what did you do in the off season that made you go from I was up there to I've won everything and then some?
I think the amount of water I cover is probably like 4 to 5x from last year. Because I was like full on dedicated to like live scope fishing last year, so it was no different. Like I was still mid strolling and just doing okay with it, and I was the year prior to that when I only did like 2 events. But the amount of water I cover is like just through the roof, and then I've learned some nuances with mid strolling that definitely help get an extra fish or two.
Yeah. So you're open to with that old town when you've got one motor and you're doing 30 miles an hour. You've opened it up and said, all right, well, I got to cover more water, basically. Look for more fish.
Yeah, I'm usually going 3 to like 4 and just panning until I am confident that I'm in the right area.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Nice. So you know what you're looking for now as far as when you're panning. Are you looking? You ever pull your live scope out? Are you using side scan a lot too, or you just
side scan a lot? When it's the bait fish deal, I'm half the time it's side scan because I can go faster.
Yeah.
And then there's some areas that they don't have anything, so there's no point in even stopping there.
Yeah.
But I think last year as well, like noticing what's on my fish finder, like on live scope, like I can shallow fish live scope now, whereas last year I couldn't do that. So I'm able to like interpret things more. I'm a lot better than I was last year at being able to read what's going on. So I feel like that helps too.
When you say shallow, how shallow are you going with it? Like a 5, 6, 7, or?
I think it what was it? Trinity. I caught a lot of 19s in 8 feet of water.
Okay.
What size graph you running, Joey?
A 10-inch.
10-inch.
Echo map. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know if you have your settings right, that like 6 to 10, you kind of get a feel for it a little bit better. Fish look a lot bigger when they're that shallow, though.
Yeah.
You notice that? Like, we're so used to fishing, 30 feet, 40 feet, so you got your depth changed. Not all of us. Matt's probably graph doesn't go past 10 feet, but you know what I mean? Like you see a big mark at 30 feet, and you see that same size mark when you have your max depth at like 15. You're like, that's a big one. You're like, dude, that's a 12-incher. I
got a question. Do you actually change your depth when you go shallow? Like when you're fishing 8 feet, do you go down to like the 10 feet range?
Yeah, like last year, I always had it set to 100 out, 40 down, no matter what I was in. This year, I'll go down to, I think I have my like presets. So like I'll go to like 20, 60 out is as shallow as I'll go.
That's what I do. I don't go less than 20. Even if I'm in 10 feet of water, I still leave it on 20 feet deep because I'm used to the size of the image returns at that range.
Yeah, that's a big deal. You got to, because you don't want to spend time fishing for, a 14-inch fish if you're looking for 18. So you have to get used to those. Like I do like 3 presets, like 60 to 20. I think I do like a 100 to 40. Then I'll do a 55 to 120. Those are my 3.
Okay.
So that's similar to what I do as well. I don't go much less than that as far as depth.
Yeah. Have you started playing with? God dang it.
Perspective.
Thank you, Matt. I drew a blank. I want to say Panoptics. Like that's what we're talking about. Yeah, perspective.
I haven't, no. I haven't seen any like Elite Series guys that have gotten really good at it besides like Scott Martin.
He's
so like I don't know. There's no one to look.
Perspective on that. I think those that have that really figured out to kind of
keep it
talk about it too much.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
one
I've
time
learned a
I
lot
really
from
used-
watching videos. So if I can't like model somebody, then I just won't. I usually don't like create something out of nothing. Like I just build off of what someone else has like showed online.
I got you. What was that? Somebody was saying something.
I was saying, yeah, one of the only times I really
about
got into using perspective
down?
was for like the Rollins pre-fish. There was a lot of fish like chasing bait up shallow in the water column. And if I use perspective, I could kind of like see a broad range of where those fish were if they were up high enough chasing bait, and actually like cast a stroll minnow out and catch them that way. But
Okay.
I haven't messed around with it too much since then, to be honest.
I got you. What was that, Johnny?
What about the down? You ever used the down imaging?
I never used down imaging because I feel like I can see kind of behind me. I don't know if that's like the default setting where you can see 5 to 10 feet behind you.
Yeah,
But
I noticed
I have mine set to that.
the deeper you go, the more you see. And that was kind of screwing with me a little bit because I usually don't have my graph in 55, 60 feet of water. So like I know you could take that off, which I do like it and I don't like it at times. You know what I mean? So I know a buddy of mine runs his without that, so everything on the screen is forward from him.
Yeah, I like a little bit behind, just so I can like figure out if they pass me, kind of what direction they're going.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's about it.
makes sense.
But
With the down imaging in
in-
a tree, you could with the down imaging, for instance, you can really tell where the fish is at.
Yeah.
And anyways, I've done well doing that.
Nice.
Was that the secret with the 14 pounder?
Hold on, we're gonna pause this.
No, the 14
Johnny, let's
pounder.
talk about this 14 pounder.
was that 14 you posted?
Yeah, what was it, John?
Yeah, 14
1?
and 0.75. 14.75.
75.
Almost 15.
What'd you catch that bit?
Yeah.
What'd you catch that thing on?
I caught it on a Nico rig in less than 20 feet of water in a boulder.
With 6 pound line?
Jeez.
I was
That's
in
awesome.
the back of my buddy's boat. Yeah, and 8-pound test. And I told him, I go, let's just fish the shaded side of these rocks. So we started at this one area. We fished the shady side. We caught a couple small ones, and I said, let's go over here. We went over there. He caught a 5. I caught a 3, then I caught the 14 3/4. All off of one rock.
Nice.
Unreal.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Hey, look at he gets out of the
What lake,
hospital. He doesn't get to fish very often, and then he's cracking PBs. Look at you.
Secret
You're covering like an animal.
Yeah, I my big personal best was 12 and a half at McClure, and I smoked that. I'm gonna get a replica of this one, put it on the wall. It's gonna cost
So how
me
many
close
do you
to
use that for you now,
$1,000.
John?
Any fish over 10,
Yeah.
or how many?
How many do you have over 10?
Oh shoot, I don't know. A lot. I mean, a lot.
Rough problem.
I'm talking a lot.
I wish I had that
A
problem.
lot.
So
I caught so when the Delta was good, you could go to the Delta every spring and catch 1 or 2. On our lakes. I think the last one was at Maloney's. I was fishing one of the month-long tournaments, and it was 1081. And then prior to that, at Maloney's, I caught 3 other ones. I've caught 4 at Maloney's. Yeah, over 10 pounds. Yeah. And
So Pooh wants to know
anyways.
is the feeling of
Sexually-
catching your new PB better than 6?
didn't answer that question. He knows how to answer.
You don't want to get in trouble. That's
Hey,
funny.
it lasts longer than sex does anymore. How about that one? That's messed
Oh my
up.
God. That's wrong.
No,
Thanks for derailing the show, Pooh.
Always give it to John.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It
Oh man.
no, it didn't feel better than sex. You know, there's a few things at my age that you look forward to, and that's one of them. Catching a big fish is another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So Matt, what do you have cooking up coming up here pretty quick?
I leave Saturday to go to Louisiana for the next, or for the last, I guess, Bassmaster Kayak Series event on Caddo Lake.
Nice.
So I'll be down there for
Good
9
luck
days. Appreciate it.
Good
It's
luck, dude.
my
Yeah,
kind of
good luck.
fishing. I'm going to the swamp to fish the cypress trees, so
Yep.
it'll be like being back home.
His live scope's not going to be
Yeah,
at
sure.
55 feet. He won't have 4 spinning rods.
Nope. I don't
Or
even
he
have
might
one
have
packed.
one. He's just going to have that thing turned over, cranking it this way, like, hey guys, how you fish?
Don't
this
even
thing?"
have one packed. I have 15 rods set up to go, and none of them are spinning rods.
Yeah, you're gonna slip
Yeah.
16 in there for that Senko.
Yeah. No, I got a
Yeah.
Senko. I got a Senko rod, a bait caster for Senko.
All right, he's got a bait
Yeah,
finesse. He's just not
crankbait's
telling
gonna do
us.
it.
Yeah, BFS,
I
little
don't have a crankbait rod either.
baby X pop.
Yeah,
You don't.
that's a frog, chatterbait, spinnerbait, punch, rattle trap, probably a swimming worm, maybe an A-rig, depending if they're already schooling up.
Yeah, throw the big baits back there. You're gonna be afraid to lose one.
Definitely taking my glides. I got
Nice.
two setups for those going.
I'm jealous. I wanted to go with you, and then work
Keep
out
us
in the
posted
way.
on how you
no
do.
way in hell I've been able to go.
We'll do. I don't know who all's staying in the house. It's me and Christine Fisher, Russ Snyders, and then I think there's 2 or 3 other people staying there. So
Nice.
should be a good time.
Actually, Russ is going to jump on the show next week with Damien and Anthony.
Very
Yep.
nice.
Get those guys from the Pan American
Next week,
Smash Fest. Yeah. Well, he might.
he must be doing it from the house. We had the house
well,
start Monday.
Damien reached out. He said he confirmed. So
Nice.
we'll see. It'll be late back there. I didn't realize he'd be back there.
Yep.
Forgot about
Hey.
that.
I got a question for Reed.
Sure.
Reed.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that swim bait wall behind you, man.
Yeah, so I started making baits like 5 years ago, and never stopped. I probably spent way more time making baits in the last 5 years than I actually have been fishing them. Hadn't really fished conventional for probably like 6 years until the beginning of this year. So yeah, pretty much everything up there for the most part I've made outside of I don't know, some 250s and a slammer and some HUDs up there, I think.
Nice.
I made, yeah.
Oh man, I might need
So-
a picture of that wall.
Wood?
So is that what Biggie is? Is that your brand?
Yeah, it stands for Biggie Fishes, which is my brand. And I've really just been prototyping and perfecting. I sold a few batches a few years ago of like a catfish lure that I make. Call it the Slap Cat. Kind of see it there.
Oh wow.
But that's really the only one that I've sold. And then I kind of like switched how I was making some of them, and just been kind of dialing in like my manufacturing and trying to get better at it. Hopefully start selling them here soon.
Are you doing resin or are you doing wood?
So actually, yeah, for a long time resin, and then I've actually I'm working with like a new material that I haven't really seen anyone else work with.
Okay.
So it's a little hush hush. I'm not quite sure.
Little
Like
top
what I
secret.
wanna say. Like maybe when
Yeah.
I actually start selling of them, I'll say it. But for me, it's a lot stronger than resin. You don't have the cracking issues when like you hit a piling or a rock wall.
I know all about that.
I need some. You know how many half glide baits I own?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I actually was throwing a few resin ones up at the Bass Nation event and broke them on some rocks.
Yep.
Of the old style that I make. But yeah, I'll let you know.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll send some your way for sure.
So where can someone follow you for that? Do you have
Yeah.
your own Instagram account for that, or?
Yeah, I'm at Biggie Fishes, and then yeah, my website's the same thing. I've been pretty bad on social media, but I'm gonna start trying to post regularly. And I've been doing I've been taking GoPro footage for years, and then just like kind of losing it. You put it on your computer, you never do anything with it. You're like, I'm running out of
Yeah.
space. You delete it, and I really got to be better at uploading some more of that footage before I just lose it all. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's just like anything else. I mean, Matt could talk about it. James, I could talk about it. I mean, it's just, dude, it takes time to do any of that video footage,
Yeah.
so you got to be dedicated to it. And it just takes that time.
Yeah,
Yes,
for
sir.
sure. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Are these
Well,
chopper
you'll have to
baits
let us know
or
when
glide baits? Or both?
I mean, some of them are choppers. I mean, this isn't like a super original like shape, obviously, for a shad glide, but obviously that's a chopper. I make some, like a bigger trout. This is more of your like wide glide. It's got more of a shad tail on this one, but yeah, I mean, it's really everything. I make a lot of swimmers, wake baits. I've pretty much made it all at this point, but trying to dial in like a few of the designs that I've had more success with lately.
Nice.
Wow. That's pretty epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. But
That's
yeah,
gonna be-
trying to fish more, so the kayak thing's been fun. I've definitely gone on the water a lot more this year.
What are the odds you win your first tournament on your baits?
I don't know. I mean, hopefully good. I don't know. Maybe I think the first tournament maybe is like Clear Lake next year for me. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Get it
You
done
got
there.
some time, yeah.
That's a good one to do it on.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Don't give
Do it
Matt
on,
any
right.
baits until after March.
Come on, man.
Just playing, Matt. Just
I
playing.
do a lot of striper fishing.
Sorry,
with,
Matt's
with,
gonna get
chopper
some
baits.
prototypes to
They
you,
do really
ideas
well.
to you, and that way
Yeah, I'm hoping to go out and do some striper fishing on the Napa River here now that tournament season's open. Take some glide baits out to the flats and see what I can get.
Nice. That's awesome.
Thanks.
All right, one last thing from the champ here. What'd you do at Maloney's this last weekend?
Well, day one it was typical, like mid strolling, deep water, school chasing or bass chasing schools. Day two, when I had that lead, I figured I could experiment a bit more. And the mid strolling was like, it was kind of like random, it's just whatever bass kind of grabs it out of the school. And I was throwing a casting jig on a spinning rod with I have it right here. So on this guy, I caught all my fish on day two with this jig here in like 40 to 50 feet of water. And I drop it over their head and they would come up to it and they nosed up and went back down. So the second time I threw it out there, I burned it away from them. And like, if there was a 20 fish school, like 8 of them would come out and then I'd burn it away from them again. And then they would fight over it and take it. So I spent all day just making like deep casts and just burning that jig over schools and just playing cat and mouse with them. And it was a lot of fun, man. It was something I've only ever done in like winter, and I've just never made work any other time of year, and it was sweet.
Swim jigging at 50 feet of water.
How deep
What
is
gotta
swim
be a
jig is
Maloney's
that?
thing.
I don't know
What's
the
that,
exact
Matt?
model. It's an Imigatsu, I believe, but it's a tungsten finesse jig.
Gotcha.
But they were spitting a bait, and they had kind of like that back pattern here, like
Mhm.
looking like that. So I'm like, let me just grab that out of the box and just see if that works. And if you just played cat and mouse with them, they wanted it. So yeah, it was fun, man.
Mid strolling with the jig.
That's got to
Yeah.
be a Maloney's thing. That's what I did in the native event last year. It turned out a little tungsten finesse ball head jig like that. And same thing, you throw it out there and they would track it all the way to the bottom. But I was letting it hit the bottom and just shaking it and they'd pick it up.
I
Mhm.
tried that. They wouldn't do it, but
That was
Yeah,
crazy. I'd never
Maloney's-
seen them do that on a jig.
Maloney's, that it happens quite a bit out at Maloney's. You throw it over them and they'll just either follow it down, hit it on the fall, or they'll hit it right when it hits the ground, or if you shake it a couple times. There usually happens out at Maloney's.
yeah. I even took the skirt off a few times and just like like ran it through that school, just little subtle like ticks, and I think I got 1 or 2. I know I got 1. I think I got 2 of them doing that, which was
Nice.
it was cool to experiment like that. I wouldn't do that if I was like toe to toe with someone on day 2.
I had a few of my fish at Berryessa like that. I would cast at a school with like the blade bait or like a tail spinner, and I figured I'd miss the school and I would burn it in to try and make another cast, and they would actually grab it before I could get it in, like not even watching the live scope. So.
Yeah, and that's something I never made work either. Is like I've seen on the Elite Series, some guys they'll pull, they'll drop it on their head, pull it away, and then just repeat that. And I've never had success doing that, but this weekend is what that was all about. It was like dropping it on their head, pull it away, and just never give them a second to look at it. Like make them fully commit to biting and never let them see it.
Nice.
But I brought a GoPro out this last time, so I got some footage I'm going to upload.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh. He's following through.
Some good pointers right there.
Yep.
Yeah,
well, that was something Jeff Little told me years ago. He said, if you don't do anything with the footage in the first 2 weeks, you can forget it. It'll probably never get posted.
Yeah.
And I'm a testament to that. I have hard drives full of footage that has never seen the light of day.
Oh, yeah. So, you're doing pretty good lately, though.
Yeah, I got one that I'm working on now. So
you got a little fire under you, huh?
Got a new job where I don't have anything to do.
Must be nice. Also, guys, November 11th, I know it's a ways out, but November 11th, NorCal Bass is doing their second annual Veterans Benefit Tournament. All proceeds are going to VHNF, Veterans Fish Hunt Network. So if you have a boat and you want to know somebody with a boat, you want to be a team, go support that. It's for a good cause. It's on Veterans Day out at Comanche, so another thing to think of. Yeah, guys. Johnny, anything else? No?
Got a lag.
No, nothing else.
You. Good luck this weekend.
Yeah. Thanks for all you coming on tonight.
I like to try one of your baits.
So,
I want to hear more about Reed and his swim baits back there.
I know, right?
Me too. I want to see some
Hey, I'll get you all a bait for sure.
Yeah, I'd love to hear how you make them. Just the process is freaking awesome.
Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. Yeah. I want to donate a couple for the hurricane relief tournament.
Oh, that would, yeah. Get in touch with Michael Bray.
Bray, or I could shoot Brian a text. Either way,
sure,
just reach out to Bray.
I'll reach out to Bray for sure. Yeah.
That's California only for that tournament, though, right?
Yeah, it's countrywide.
Yeah, it's anybody and everybody. All those guys out there fishing cattle this weekend, they could jump on it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm not fishing here for most of the rest of the month. So
no, you're
see if you can get Christine or Russ or one of them to sign up for a month-long out in California.
Dwayne Wally's on there. Some other guys from like New Hampshire, and there's some guys from out of state that are in it.
Yeah,
nice.
Right, it's all going to a good cause. I don't care where you're at. I don't think Brian cares. He just wants to help raise money for those. Like I said, those that have lost everything.
To fish all month to sign up anyhow.
Yeah, $35 and it goes to a good cause. So
yeah, stop drinking Starbucks for a week. You can make the entry fee.
Yep.
2 days.
What? Yeah, right.
That might be tough, but
or 2 days.
Yeah.
Guys, next week we got for sure Damien and Anthony Garcia, and then following week I'm not sure. So beginning of November is Election Day. We're not going to do a show that Tuesday. If you guys want a show, let me know. We're going on Monday. Kind of see if the schedules work out, but there's other things going on that Tuesday, so we're not going to be doing that. Yeah, that's that. We got some big shows in November coming up. I don't want to get into those yet, but stay tuned. We got some stellar guests lined up. Should be good ones. And congrats, you guys. Awesome job, Barry. I appreciate you guys jumping on.
Thanks, yeah.
Safe travels, Matt.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Yeah, good luck, Matt.
go get that spot, bro. You gotta go fish.
And then when
Texas.
I come back, we go back to Clear Lake.
That's right. And when you come back, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anywho, guys, thank you.
Just remember where the host goes, the co-host goes.
That'd be a whole lot of ass on that boat. I don't think that poor
Hey, I'm lighter now. It don't matter.
Oh man. All right, y'all. We will catch you